indicate that a college coach has performed a search in our database, which they're doing 365 days a year. They can search on any number of criteria. They can search on height. They can search on position. They can search on geography. And if your profile shows up in one of those searches, you'll get an email saying, and a text message saying just that. Your profile showed up in a search by a college coach. You can click on that message if you have the enhanced or advisory version and see exactly what coach searched. The next level is if they view. So now it would be a college coach actually finding you in a search and then physically clicking on your profile and viewing your specific profile. Next level would be a message. They would send you, the college coaches can communicate with you through the powerful internal communication tools in the GymRat Recruiting Index. And that'll show on the top of your GymRat Recruiting Index profile. You'll see 3 boxes for searches, views, and messages, just like you would on your phone for text messages. And if there are outstanding messages waiting there for you, they'll show up in red. Finally, probably the most aggressive interaction is what we call tracking. And this is when a college coach has chosen to follow you and track you through the system. So it's very similar to somebody deciding that they're going to follow you on social media. In this case, a college coach or a college program is tracking or following your GymRat Recruiting Index profile. So anytime you update information, that college coach receives an email and a text message letting them know that you've made an update.
It's very important for every athlete and every subscriber to use the GymRat Recruiting Index to build their profile, to constantly update, to add things to it. It's important because college coaches want to see that that athlete is engaged. That athlete is updating. They played a game on a Tuesday night and they sent the highlight video that was on the local news station. So it's important to use it throughout the winter, throughout the spring, not just in the summer when they think college coaches are recruiting them. They recruit 365 days a year. It's important to update your profile to make sure that your current information is there, but also your current videos are there.
Back at GymRatLive, just about done with halftime between the MCW Starz 17U team against the Albany City Rocks 17U team. As you've got the City Rocks leading this one 34-23 at the break, ready for second half action here at GymRatLive.
I have been extremely impressed with Jillian Huerter this game.
Agreed.
And I just think she's really established herself. Interesting to see when players answer the call, and I think City Rocks had a chance to watch MCW Starz play in that first game that they had, and Jillian's really, as advertised, she's really filled up the stat sheet and done a lot for her team so far.
Got her with 8 points, not even team lead. Marin Laritas leads the way with 11, but as you said, a little bit of everything, checking kind of all the boxes. You got Huerter with 8 points, probably 4 boards, 3 assists. She's kind of done a little bit of everything, and it's been the impact player on the other side. Not a lot of offense to go around, but Brooke Paquette's got 5, and your C. Quiles has 5 as well. So second half action ready to get underway here at GymRatLive. Glad to have you with us. What do we got next? We got 3 games after this. New Heights is back, the 17U team against the New York Havoc. We haven't seen them yet, so that's our next game. Scheduled tip time of about 5:30.
Great back screen, another great find by Huerter on that. That was a set play coming out of halftime that they looked to run, and Jillian just executed it to perfection.
Just having a really good day here is Huerter, especially in this game alone, as Wright drives and can't get it to go. But Huerter was impactful in the first game, but not in the way she is in this second game today. She's had much more of a fingerprint on this game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the right word for how she's playing. Confidence.
Sure.
She just, when she catches the ball, she doesn't try to do too much. She's really just been confident, and she catches the ball in rhythm. I mean, I just watched her make 7 threes in a row at halftime. So
Abigail Wright at the free throw line, 6'2" from Newton North, a class of 2023, knocking down the free throw there as the Stars will go with a little bit of full court press here, down big enough that they feel like they need to make an impact. And here's Huerter with the ball in her hands. Give it off for Lauren Patnode. Patnode 6'1" from Saratoga Springs. Huerter, nice inside feed. Patnode in the corner.
yeah, and they're back into their out action, looking to post up a mismatch if they're able to get that.
Ooh, Huerter, that's a tough take to the goal. Kind of cross-stepped her way through. Still has the ball. Saw somebody open on the backside. Just could not get it to her. She knew Patnode was there, but just could not thread the needle. Fouled in the process.
And that's where having size as a guard, being a big guard, is such an advantage, because the ball just came right to her. She got her offensive rebound, and she knows how to play. She just makes good reads. Just simple ball fakes. The layup there, but
yep, I was going to got herself open there, missed the layup, but a good job to get open. And here's Anae Adams going the other way.
She's not going to overwhelm you with speed and quickness, the speed, I should say, but she's quick with the ball, right? She's deceptive, and she gets the ball where she wants it.
Complement that with the outside shooting of Marin Laritas in this game, and it's been a pretty nice 1-2 punch for Tom Huerter and the City Rocks, that's for sure. Abigail Wright with the free throws. Back to the line she goes. They like Wright as a multi-position player. They say she can play a lot of different positions, plays high energy, good rebounder, and makes the free throw there.
She's got a great-looking shot. She's done a lot of different things today as well, whether it's rebound, knock down threes, get to the free throw line. A player that can score on different levels.
Huerter, nice job to find Laritas, who doesn't miss many open ones. Patnode goes straight to the goal. That was a strong take from Lauren Patnode, class of 23.
Nice take to the basket.
Strong power drive.
In stride, protected the ball.
Here's Wright trying to use the head fake to get open. Judy doesn't give her a whole lot of space, and now on the drive, Montestein. Selena Montestein drives and scores. Been a while since we called her name.
And another player who had a really nice first game, knocked down some threes, and
Judy free throw line jumper up and rattles off. No. Laritas with the board. Oh, lost her footing.
got ahead of herself there.
Yep.
She anticipated the defense cutting her off to the right and was already trying to spin back to her left, and the defense didn't move, so she got stuck.
Know it well. Happens to me every day, and I'm not even playing basketball.
She's allowed one misstep today.
You can do it
as well as she's played.
There you go. You got that right, especially the first game she had. She was our first GymRat Recruiting Index player of the game today. That's how well she played. So Natasha deserves a breather over there.
Well, and I think most coaches will take aggressive mistakes, right? If you're being aggressive and you're trying to create, it's the indecisive and the passive mistakes that I think coaches get frustrated with. But to see her be confident and try to make a play.
Patnode on the inside with a block. She's been really impressive at times during this game. She's 6'1", class of 23 from Saratoga. And, I think sometimes you can get lost in the shuffle sometimes, but has played well here.
Yeah, she's done some good things.
Adams in the corner finds a way to get free and get a shot up. It doesn't go, but gets to the goal. Trouble on the inside as Huerter got hit from behind, and now they push the other way. Here goes Wright, 2-on-1. High off the glass. No good for Talbot, but the rebound put back by Abigail Wright is there. And you got a whistle, and I think we got Adams stepping off the court.
She tweaked her ankle about 2 possessions ago. So.
And Adams steps off, and that's a shame to see because she has played so well here today. Hope she's okay.
She'll be back. She's tough. She's a baller.
The way we've seen it, I would agree with that. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Pressure in the backcourt. Graber, great job to bust through it, then bounces off a defender. Get it, Larita, step through, and it won't go. Gets her own rebound, and that falls. Way to stick with it.
Yeah, nice rip through, nice take to the basket. Good aggressive, attack pressure with pressure, and that's what we saw there. Good finish.
Right on a baseline drive, kick it over. Good ball movement, find an open player. Three-pointer is up, no good. That was Paquette that took it, couldn't go. And what are you going to call? You're going to call the Starz down low?
There was a collision and 2 people ended up on the floor, and my view was blocked, if I'm being honest.
I didn't see any of it, so you know more than I do. I'll be straight.
Who dished it out and who took it, but it's going to be City Rock's ball.
So the City Rock's going to get it. Stars are going to go full court press here, trailing by 11.
Well, they got to do something to change the tempo of the game because
heavy contact.
City Rocks executes well enough that if you allow them to get what they want and we just play at the same pace, you're not going to be able to make a dent into the score.
Pat, Node, and Wright came together there, so under 12 minutes to go. And you got another player on the deck as well. It's getting physical out there. Hopefully in a good way, not a bad way. We shall see. But Laritas gives it off for Huerter. Listen, everybody wants to win and everybody wants to play hard. You also want people to remember your name and notice you as well. So, fine line. Huerter, top of the key. Dish it back. Patno, 3. No. Paquette pulls down the rebound for the Stars and pushes the other way. Goes through the lane, goes at Huerter, and Huerter commits the foul.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad foul. I think rather than give up a layup in transition, there's some fouls that coaches shake their heads at and others that you're not necessarily too upset with. But, this is something that as coaches who sit in gyms for hours on end, as the day winds down, there is the opportunity for games to get sloppy and get physical. And, that's something that for those of us who have been doing this for a long time, that's something that can definitely happen. So hopefully the refs will tighten up a little bit to keep things clean.
Well, and what do we always talk about? Teachable moments, right? We're always talking about that at whatever level you're involved in.
Big 3.
Stars knocked down a 3 to pull within 7. Patno cross courts it, gets it to Sophia Feigelson.
And this is one of those opportunities that Coach Huerter was talking about. We want to be able to execute and get the look that we want.
Jillian Huerter goes to the goal, kisses it off glass, will not go, but was fouled, so that'll send Jillian to the free throw line.
I don't want to jinx her, but I would say that Jillian Huerter to the base free throw line is pretty much automatic.
Okay, noted. Put it down. You know what side of the table you're on now, right? Like, you know what happens when you say things on this side of the table. I'm just saying.
Listen, I know who to bet on and who not, okay?
It's true.
I haven't been able to bet on anything for 23 years, so.
I was going to say, as somebody who spent a lot of time at Saratoga and was handcuffed with what you couldn't do, I hope you were taking notes. Okay, good.
I don't know anything about horses, but I know something about basketball.
Paquette in the corner gives it off right. That's a dangerous pass, and it is intercepted. Laritas, Patno, heavy contact inside. They're going to let him go. Patno hits the deck, but she's back up. Huerter comes away with the board. Now back out for Patno, who was still back from behind on the last play. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound.
Get a good look.
Huerter crosses over behind her back, straight to the goal. Won't go. Ooh, what a handle by Huerter on that one.
Yeah, she was getting hand checked the whole way too. You heard the referee saying hands off, but she's not afraid. She attacks pressure.
Well, and that was one thing that had been said too. You want to see her be more aggressive, right? Want to see her have killer instinct, whatever. Be the aggressor, be the driver, whatever you want her to be. And we've seen that here today.
Yeah, she's had a nice second game. Just not trying to do too much, under control, but also establishing herself and it's interesting to watch players develop, and I think she's such a humble player that she loves the team concept. She loves playing on a team, and she's not going to be the one to say that I'm the best player on the floor. That's not her nature. That's not who she is. But there also comes a time and a place where when you're the best player on the floor, make best player plays.
She makes a big assist there to Feigelson, who knocks down the three, and Feigelson played well in that first game, now gets into it in game number 2, helps her team build a 14-point advantage now with 9.5 to go.
I've given Jillian Huerter a lot of love today.
Sure.
I think if I'm going to be critical, and if there's something that she needs, and when she steps into the next level, and I know her siblings have told her this, defensively being able to keep people in front and guard the basketball, that's an area where every player going from high school to college has to improve on, and just that lower body strength and being able to sit in a stance and guard bigger, stronger players or quicker players, right? Because if she's going to be a point guard or a combo guard at the next level, she's got to be able to guard a guard. So keeping people in front and being able to do that on a consistent basis is definitely something every player has to address.
Ashley Talbot takes that one away, goes up and scores and draws the foul. Nice job by 5. Ashley Talbot, 5'7" guard, class of 23, goes and gets it, scores it, and has a chance from the line.
Now, this is a feisty team. This is a team that isn't going to go away. And I think sometimes, they obviously had a really big win over New Heights in that first game. So when you come off of that kind of a high and that kind of excitement, and now you're playing City Rocks. City Rocks isn't a team you can take for granted because they'll make you pay. They play like a team. But the Stars aren't done yet.
Nice move to get to the goal, but it won't go for Laritas. Gets it back, gets another chance on it, but a foul on the floor. Marin Laritas, 5'11", from Bethlehem High School, playing well here today. Off the inbounds, just left it short. Almeida had the rebound, lost it. Stars push the other way. Here's Paquette, going right at it, left it short, but drew the foul. Drew the foul on a shocked Liv Muse, by the way, if you want to read facial expressions.
Well, and she passed on, she could have pulled that 3, but wisely chose to get to the basket and, wasn't able to finish the layup, but get herself to the free throw line. That's a way to get back into games. Clock is stopped, and your team is getting opportunities to score points.
Halfway through the second half in a 12-point game. Paquette knocks it down. Full court pressure, and they nearly force a turnover. They do, goes out of bounds. Pressuring the ball, Nia Morgan helps force the turnover. 5'8", class of 2023, backcourt pressure, and the Stars have the ball.
Yeah, we'll see what we get out of bounds here.
Quickly in. Top of the key with Morgan. She'll go off glass. It will not go, but she draws the foul.
I'll tell you what, she covered that ball up and tucked it nicely to get through traffic and be able to get that shot up and have a chance to go in. It just didn't fall for her.
So that sends Nia Morgan, 5'8", class of 23, to the free throw line. Nope.
So that's what, 2 points they've left at the free throw line in the last two trips there.
Gets one there, so converts it to make it a 10-point game, 47-37 now. Halfway through the second half, 8 minutes and change to go here.
It's like we had another collision. Everybody seems to be okay.
Seems to be the theme, man. It's been physical
It's
more
late in
often than not.
It's late in the day.
True. That's true. Everybody's got that first game out of the way. They're on to game number 2, maybe even game number 3. Yeah, no doubt. There's Graber kicking it at the corner for Laritas.
Yeah, you hear the referee talking about just play basketball, keep your hands off, and I think that's an ample warning to what we're going to see if players don't, and I give the refs some credit for calling it and keeping the game under control. And the backside layup off the screen, the screener play that we've seen just when they need it.
Natasha Chudy off the inbounds, and Chudy, 6'2" from Saratoga, has been a force in both games today. Gets the easy 2 off the inbounds. On the other end, Talbot misses the 3. And now the City Rocks run the other way. Too long as they tried to get it to Chudy.
You know, coaches can be frustrated with turnovers, but that's a turnover. That's an aggressive turnover in transition, and you've got players out and running at the end of the game. So I don't know if you're too upset with that one.
Huerter tracks it down, pushes ahead, threads the needle. Laritas shovels it off to Chudy. Chudy spins. It will not go. That was a really nice fast break. Just didn't result in points. Maybe it will from the free throw line.
City Rocks is deceptive in that their first 2 steps, when they corral a rebound or when they get a deflection and a steal, their first 2 steps, they've been trained to get out and run, and it really allows them to pass the ball ahead. And it turns what would be a 3-on-2 if you just keep the dribble to a 2-on-1 opportunity, and they really share the basketball well.
So Chudy to the line. Good-looking free throw shooter as well. Confident when she steps to the line. Pure shot.
It's interesting how players who get there often become more and more comfortable.
Right. More often you get repetition, right? The more often you do it, the better you get at it.
Well, sometimes it's, people don't understand why a 3-point shooter doesn't make free throws because they don't get there very often.
Sure.
It's different for them, and it's not an excuse, but
got a loose ball on the deck. Starz fight for it and come away with it.
and somebody who maybe isn't the greatest quote-unquote shooter in the world, who's constantly attacking the basket, is comfortable there because they get there. Watch my hand off here. Sideline play.
Kick it out. Three-pointer missed off the mark taken by Cooper.
That handoff is tough to defend because you get a player playing downhill, and people don't typically guard inbounders on sideline out of bounds, so you can catch the defense sleeping.
So let's see what they come up with coming off the inbounds on this one.
Try to curl back off of it. Double screen opposite, couldn't quite pan out for him. She thought about it.
Deep three right. No, she did. She thought, then she shot.
Trust her gut.
Didn't go the first time. On the other end, Graber tracks it down. Graber's got an open lane and she can get to the goal. High off the glass. That's a really strong take for Peyton Graber, who it took a while to get there, but when she did, she converted.
Nice side out dribble.
Adams, by the way, was back into the game. Good to see. She was driving, trying to dish there, but it gets out of bounds.
She's a baller. If I had to bet, she has played some pickup in the park.
Oh.
She just has, you can tell she's played against bigger, stronger players, whether that's guys or whether that's playing with older players, but she's just got some different look to her game.
Certainly caught our eye, like the way she plays, like her aggressive nature. Again, always around the ball, always involved, and has been an impact player on both sides for the Stars. Their victory earlier today over New Heights, and then in this game against the City Rocks.
Yeah, she can play. She's a player that, if she keeps on this trajectory, is definitely a high major guard.
Glad you're with us on GymRatLive, brought to you by GymRat Recruiting Index. The guys event will be next weekend on 29th and 30th. Hoping to have some big name players here in attendance. GymRat Recruiting Index developed by our guy John K. Mack, who's floating around here somewhere working hard. Talking to Joey C. actually as I catch a glimpse of him. So they will provide our player of the game when it's all over. The GymRat Challenge, if you know that event, still on for this summer. Girls will be June 12th and 13th. Guys will be July 2nd and 3rd. It'll be the GymRat Challenge. It'll just be on a smaller scale that you're used to. Won't be as many places. Won't be as many venues. And unfortunately, won't be as many teams. But that event is still scheduled to happen. What a spin by Graver, who can't get to go and is frustrated she couldn't get the and one opportunity.
And she went right at Adams on that possession, so she's been aggressive, really aggressive today. Brought some really great energy for her team and given her a chance to play off the ball. And that's one thing that, Huerter's typically a point guard.